Hey, this is Steven with KnifeTV. We are at the Art Knife Invitational, sitting with a fellow collector, my buddy Thor. Known him for about 7 years. Hey, Thor, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great, thank you. So, how was the show for you?
It was a really good show. You know, a lot of great artists, as usual in the AKI, as you would kind of expect. Lots of different styles, a lot of high quality work. That's what we usually see at this kind of show, and it's always a great one to come to.
Anything that really blew your hair back today?
Well, there were definitely several knives that were really amazing. I think it was great to see Roger Berg, or how he says, I can't even pronounce how he says, Roger Berg, something like that. Anyway, to have him here as a guest, I thought that was really neat. It's a very different kind of style of knife, Scandinavian styles, but also a lot of flowing organic shapes in that. A lot of nice Damascus work in that. So that to me was really striking. I'd never gotten to really see his work at that level and personally before, just on websites.
Did you get drawn for anything?
I did not. I actually only put down for 2 knives today.
Which two?
One was an Esposito knife, and one was one of the Roger Berg knives.
And if you had gotten drawn for either one, would you have taken it?
I definitely would have gone for the Roger Berg knife. The Esposito was maybe a little bit more of an investment idea for me at this point.
Are there any makers that you would like to see at the AKI that aren't here now?
Oh boy, you didn't prepare me for that question. So that's, I'm sure if I get a little bit of time to think about it, there are several I could think of. I actually think Roger's work, for example, I think would be one that would be nice for permanent, but it may also be tough for him to make it to the show. I think there are certainly some makers out there, I think, that deserve the ability to be here because of their talent. One guy would probably come to mind is John Young. He's got really nice work. Yeah, I haven't really thought about that. So I'd love to see something more along the styles maybe of Yoshihara again. Something along those that nature would be nice. His work is beautiful, and I know he used to be at the show. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm thinking of anybody else right now. You caught me off guard.
For myself, I was really happy to see Ken Steigerwalt voted in. Works in a really, really great style. Really, really much more affordable than Wolfgang Lerchner, but influenced by him, but not the same. And just a great guy. He's been making knives as long as I've been collecting knives, so I was happy to see that.
I could comment on that, actually. You know, it's funny, I didn't notice that as much because I see Ken at a different show. Usually every couple of years, and so you're right, that didn't even trigger with me that he's not usually here. He definitely deserves to be here. His work is fabulous. He's a very talented guy, and on top of that, he's an extremely nice guy to boot.
He really is, yeah.
He really is.
So aside from that, what makers yourself have you seen in the last 2 or 3 years that you found exciting and interesting, because I know that you've been out of knife collecting as a daily experience lately?
Yeah, you know, I haven't been as involved with it in the circuit of being out there and getting around. I still, you know, look around and on the internet and the forums and kind of take a look what's out there. And there are things that catch my eye out there. Certain makers, I don't have any right now in my mind that that I've noticed new. I still focus kind of on the same genres I've usually focused on, which is more the art knives, as well as certain high quality, non-adorned but very, very good quality fixed blade knives. I'm not a folder guy. I'm more of a fixed blade guy.
So tell me, like two fixed blade guys that come to mind.
Just work that I like. Well, actually, one of them's no longer making knives, so that's Rigney. I always liked Willie Rigney.
That's Willie Rigney.
Yeah, Willie Rigney. Yes, his work is it's always been beautiful. I think it's up there in the Waransky camp. Similar, I think, in style maybe to what Kurt Erickson does now, who I think does really nice work. So it's nice to see him having been included in here a while back. Now Julie Waransky does knives as well, and I think that's really nice to see, and keeping that style of art knife alive that was really big, I think, starting in the 80s probably. You don't see as many people doing that style anymore, and so it's kind of nice that they're around to kind of keep that alive. I really enjoy seeing that. And then, of course, you've got, like here at the show, you know, you asked what blew my hair back. One knife that clearly blew my hair back looks-wise, it wasn't something range-wise that I would be looking at, but was that hands-engraved
Barry Lee hands engraved Steve Johnson
Yes,
knife.
I mean-
That's a pearl, mother of pearl with a gold leaf engraving.
Yeah, and the fact that he does the engraving all the way into the blade, and it's kind of raised, and he does it on the pearl, which pretty much I think nobody else does, is really an incredible piece of art. I mean, it is truly, it's amazing, it's unique. So that obviously blew my hair back. I mean, that's just incredible work.
Well, Thor, I want to thank you for taking the time to chat with us. This is Steven from KnifeTV at the Art Knife Invitational, October 30th, 2015. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks.